Hey everybody, welcome back to another Line Plays the Isaac Afterbirth. That's not the way you say that. We're at 7 wins in a row after what was a little bit of a dangerous blue baby run. Azazel? It is Azazel. I don't like the way this cat is looking at my headphone cord right now. Like, you want to bite it. There's a freaking piece of spaghetti. Feline spaghetti. He's doing the head tilt and freaking me out. A000 B41Z. Well, an Azazel run should be an easy time. This is the curse or the blessing of doing random, depending on your perspective. I don't mind an Azazel run now and then. It's a nice time to, honestly, decompress. Ooh, that was pretty bad. From a run that was pretty difficult. At least, it seemed like it would be pretty difficult, and then we probably just got too defensively strong to even take damage. Mysterious Baby as Azazel from a crawl space. It's a pretty good haul, because if I remember correctly, you can do, and by mysterious I mean multi-dimensional. Yeah, you can do like the amplifier trick with it. As long as we can get multi-dimensional Baby to like appear between us and the enemy, when we shoot we get kind of like a range extension. It's a little hard to set up. Normally it just kind of like works right off the bat, because as soon as you enter a room you step backwards and do it, but I should point out, by the way, that Azazel can be tricky as well. He's got a little bit of a different difficulty curve relative to most characters, where it starts out easy, or it starts out, well, I guess it depends on the character. That's not fair, because like Judas starts out difficult and then gets easier. Judas starts out easy and then gets more difficult if you don't get a range upgrade. Weirdly enough, I feel like Little Loki combined with Multi-Dimensional Baby is actually like pretty okay. I never really thought about this synergy before, because it's, let's be honest, relatively mild, but, wow, we didn't get hit there. I think we owe Little Loki a debt of gratitude, but it sort of works with Little Loki combined with Multi-Dimensional Baby here. I wish we could just get one more penny. Seems not plausible. We'll head down to the next floor. We got HP as Azazel, which is important. Obviously, the granddaddy of them all, as far as items go on an Azazel run, is real Brimstone. And if we can get real Brimstone, okay. If we can get real Brimstone, I'd be stoked. I used my Fool card early. It's not something that everybody's going to be pleased with, but I think that there's a casus belli for doing it this way. I don't think casus belli means good reason, but I'm going to just choose to assume that it does. And smaller rock would be lovely here. More spirit hearts would be nice. I mean, a key and 2 bombs is also okay, but if you're asking me to get excited about what is, like, in the end, a pretty average haul, you're gonna find yourself disappointed, I think. So, I have to remind myself, because as Azazel, I have a history of getting, like, a false sense of security, and then, playing badly, honestly. Just playing sloppily, and then being like, doesn't matter, I'm Azazel. You know, I can't lose. I'm Parker Lewis, bitch! But the answer is, or the actuality is, we can lose. By taking pretty dumb damage like that, we can put ourselves in a tough spot. Like, imagine if I take a deal with the devil here, which is fairly reasonably likely. Speed plus range up is good. This is a tough call. Pretty fly. I think we take Rotten Baby first. Got perks, then we take Empty Vessel, and we got a black heart out of it. Do you get 2 black hearts out of Empty Vessel? If so, this was like a genius move, but it was accidentally genius. But genius nonetheless. How many of science's great discoveries have, you know, taken place accidentally? Probably at least a few. Add this one onto the pile. Honestly, probably like a month ago, I wouldn't have had the foresight to take Empty Vessel there. I would have been like, we can't take it. It's too risky. But I know that it gives us, or I knew that it gave us at least 1 black heart, so it seemed like a sensible choice. Dude. Also getting Cricket's head on this floor starts to put us in a pretty ridiculous area of safety. And then Empty Vessel giving us invincibility. I'm gonna take Nun's Habit, even though it's effectively completely worthless right now. At some point, we will probably get a Spirit Heart. And by Spirit Heart, I mean spacebar item. At least those ones start with the first 2 letters that are the same. Yeah, I think we'll leave. I'm not invested in a secret room right now. We don't need 5 cents by the next floor, although it wouldn't be the worst idea to, you know, try to get to some kind of milestone financially speaking here, because we could also buy a Spirit Heart on this floor, which could be more valuable than you might think. Even though our stats are really good right now, it's always nice to have a little bit of a buffer. Alright, well, screw it. I think I'll check for a second secret room right here. Probably a little lucky to get it. And we got 5 runes. Great room for a death card. Dagaz, just pop it immediately. Perthrow, keepable, keepable, keepable. 4 Perthrow runes? Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, it's not bad, but 4 Perthrow runes, 4 Perthrow runes equals 1 Perthrow rune for our purposes right now. But Dagaz was a big haul there. I would have preferred, you know, 3 Berkano, 1 Perthrow, 1 Dagaz, or 4 Dagaz, 1 Perthrow for that matter. But you know, it is what it is. Last floor, we've really improved ourselves. Empty Vessel's good. Rotten Baby's good to great. Empty Vessel might even be better than good. It might be great. But Cricket's Head is awesome. Not to mention Nun's Habit, which is the worst item we got on that floor. And yet it has a ton of, like, latent benefit for the future. And Rotten Baby, as a result of our damage upgrades, is going to be doing amazingly as well. Like, it's not inaccurate to say that on this run, we're already probably, like, 50% stronger than we were at the height of our last run. Like, the only damage upgrade we got over that entire run was maybe Libra, depending on the way... Wow, that was bad. Depending on the way that it balanced things out. If not Libra, then it was only Magic Mush, which is a horrifying thought. You know, because doubling low damage doesn't necessarily equal high damage. We still made it work. And if we're gonna throw stones, we should probably keep in mind we probably never got down to 2 HP on that last run, so maybe I shouldn't be gloating as if this one's, you know, already in a safe spot. I don't know how my animal brain figured out how to dodge all that, but I'm glad that it did, of course. Let's not gloat until we pick up maybe, you know, a little bit more HP. Feel a little safer. That's a good opportunity to do so. We'll take the Spirit Heart. A jar is not that good. We'll take the battery and probably ruin our chance to get HP. Gimpy is kind of what we're looking for here. We still need a little bit more to make it work. And really, all that might entail is if we could get a Red Heart container and then hold it. Gimpy can be really valuable. A couple Red Heart containers and then it's valuable through the womb and beyond. But even one, and we could do some nifty sort of like blood bank stuff on this floor probably. But we've got great damage. It's just HP. HP is the only sore spot. Range would also be a nice improvement. But dude, I'm loving the occasional invincibility from Empty Vessel. That's really, if you can already fly, that's why it's still worth taking Empty Vessel. Shot speed up I think does nothing. Why take it then? Why take the item if you just don't want shot speed? You got a freaking Perthrow rune, then you could have taken this. Well, you couldn't have taken the Stars card because you wouldn't have had it, but you would have had an open slot either way. Misplay. But we've got Perthrow waiting around for our next available opportunity. This is an annoying version of this fight, but we did, you know, tackle this guy last time with much less damage. Mega Maw. Probably like 2 hittable if we get a nice like Rotten Baby charge. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Way ahead of schedule for boss rush, by the way. And Azazel's, oh, that's a little dicey though. Azazel's the kind of character who definitely can make boss rush work even without a teleport card. Although, you know, he starts with a teleport card, so oftentimes that's not going to be a concern. Okay, 19 cents. And the Hanged Man. Well, the dime thankfully was valuable because the tarot card was not. Seems like a secret room situation right there. Black Lotus would be an amazing pickup. Raw Liver would be an amazing pickup, but those are like 1 in 20. Yeah, instead we get 3 cents. Not bad. Not bad enough to be disappointed by. I don't think we go to our curse room yet. The secret room doesn't border it, but... And we did have invincibility, but we're not going to get hit on the way in anyway. We'll only get hit on the way out. I don't know if there's any way to guarantee ourselves invincibility there, short of having like a card that does it. So I'm just gonna slow it down because there is a genuine chance that that extra half Spirit Heart may end up making a difference in one way or another on this room. On this floor, I should say. Oh, Capricorn. Lovely. Okay, now we'll definitely go to our curse room. No need to use the reroll machine at all there. Capricorn is close to as good as it gets. 2 Spirit Hearts. A 3rd Spirit Heart. That's a really, really good curse room for us. Maybe even better than a Guppy item. Although, Guppy's Head definitely fits into our run as I've seen it so far. As I've planned it out, as much as you can plan out an Isaac run. We got this Nun's Habit backing us up with nothing to work with yet. But certainly, to go from 2 Demon Hearts to 4 Spirit Hearts of Red Heart backing it up, and to have gotten damage in the process, like gotten a nice damage multiplier actually in the process is amazing. So, question marks. Obviously not my favorite pill because it's actually bad, but life goes on. 2 of Clubs. I guess we'll blow this up and then use 2 of Clubs to get 2 bombs. We'll take Charge Baby, but I really don't want to take the Bible. Like, I don't think the Bible does anything for us here. We could kill Mom instantly, but is that worth 15 cents? We're probably going to kill Mom in like 2 hits regardless. I think that 15 cents is better served as a donation, honestly. So, let's just move along. If we never find a better spacebar item, I knew that was going to happen. Why didn't you stop then? Because when I say I knew it was going to happen, really all that entered in my head was the speculation that it could happen, but I was like, the odds are low enough that it probably won't. This is worth taking. No reroll necessary on a range upgrade that also could be huge when it comes to our HP. Still holding this Perthrow rune on Necropolis 1. 25 cents. Obviously, you know, as far as Azazel runs go, we got everything right now. We got range. We got tears, so it doesn't take us very long to charge a shot. We got keys. We got money. There's really very little that I can complain about on this run. And most of that, you know, complaining fodder is self-inflicted. Like, I've taken some damage I shouldn't have taken on this run. I have a slight Azazel curse. I think it makes me more vulnerable as, like, Azazel than it does as some other really good characters. But I'm also cognizant of the fact I'm not going to try to make it seem like an Azazel run is, like, not mostly an easy win. It's just, you want to avoid that false sense of security just to, like, an extraordinary degree. I think, like, you know what would be a really nice quality of life change to Isaac? Not that, again, I like playing as Azazel. I'm just cognizant of the fact that some people aren't huge fans of watching Azazel runs because the perception is that they're too easy. But, and I understand that as well. You know, you do start with effectively Brimstone. It's like a, you know, sawed-off Brimstone, but it's still really good. Take Azazel out of the random pool. Put Eden into the random pool. I know, how are you going to do that when you've got, you know, Eden tokens? Well, would it be the worst thing in the world if you just got rid of the Eden tokens? At this point, you know, I understand at launch, you're like, we don't want to make it, so easy for everybody to play as this novel character. We want it to be like something cool that you unlock. But at this point in the Isaac experience, is that really something that's strictly necessary? Range down. Bummer, but not really a big deal. Alright, let's see if we can finally use this Perthrow rune. Battery Baby's giving us, like, wicked charges, dude. Okay, I'll take Cube of Meat. I'm happy to have Cube of Meat. This might be a great reroll opportunity, because I think neither of the items we probably want that much. See if we can get a teleport card. Black hearts are also acceptable. Ooh, another Guppy item. And by another, I mean our first Guppy item. It is a teleport card. Life is good. Okay, we do have a item room and shop to visit on this floor. This would be a good floor to do donations on so that we don't... So we don't have to do it in the future, when maybe we're a little bit more pressed for time, although we're probably not going to be pressed for time. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe people are really attached to the idea of Eden tokens. For me personally, I'm like, I don't care. People get to, like, have a fun time as a character they quote-unquote didn't earn to play as. Doesn't really bother me, you know, a year after the release of the expansion. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's for me, but for me, I think we should abolish Eden tokens. If you hate Ludo combined with Brimstone or Azazel, you're not invited to my Thanksgiving party anymore, because we're going to be talking about that nonstop. I'm going to just endlessly gush about the fact that I'm not talking about with words. I'm talking about bodily fluids. About the fact that this is a fun, interesting combination of items. Weirdly enough, it would have been better for us to have a lump of coal along with this, because then the circle would have, you know, grown and shrunk in size. But at least we didn't re-roll it for shit. You know, we got a guppy item out of it. I think you just use the Joker right now. Because we're less likely to get a deal with the devil. Oh, that was bad. We're less likely to get a deal with the devil on this floor. And we want the Stars card to allow us to teleport out of Boss Rush economically. And Boss Rush is a guarantee right now. In as much as anything can be a guarantee, this is a guarantee. I am amazed that one of those, like, zombies managed to find his way through there and hit us. I thought for sure they would have died. So the run now, I don't want to say it's on autopilot, but it's pretty much set in stone that we're going to be, like, completely fine here. I almost got hit there. Weirdly enough, we could actually use a little damage. Or, like, a mom's contact would be amazing. Not more damage, but more efficiency on our damage. We'll take the Polaroid, of course. And then we'll take 99 bombs. And then we'll teleport out. We get anemia. Not particularly strong. It's a magician card. Okay, 99 bombs that are now unlimited. Will I ever use 99 bombs? No, probably not. But I wasn't intending on using Maggie's Faith. Which is actually Maggie's bow. And then Maggie's Faith dropped, which is ironic. And the extra, it's coincidental. But the irony is that I actually do want to use Maggie's Faith. Because it's a good item. Or it's a good trinket for us in our present mindset. We also got Sackboy, which means if the run wasn't a guaranteed win before, it certainly is now. Can I be a little bit of a downer for a second? It's so stupid that all of the amazing items are stacked up on this run. Give me, like, just take Sackboy from this already one run, and please give it to my last run. Go back, like, X-Men Days of Future Past bullshit, please, because we would be totally okay on the last run if we just had Sackboy a little earlier. We ended up being okay regardless, but we would be, like, so much more okay the whole time if you could make that happen. So I am thinking there's a good chance of a deal with the devil on the next floor. We can hopefully, you know, shed our red hearts, move to a spirit heart-based economy, and mostly just kind of, like, fast roll this one to the end. But let's go, well, let's go finish this run off, if I'm being honest. I was kind of thinking there's a chance we might pick up a, what am I doing? There's a chance I might pick up an Emperor card or something like that, just, you know, speed up the process a little bit, but in the end, it doesn't really matter too much here, and I'm not just trying to quote Linkin Park, it starts with one thing. You don't know, I don't even know the lyrics. You have to ask Bear Taffy about that one. Next time you watch Bear's stream, ask him to rap the entirety of Hybrid Theory. Things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. That's more of a Limp Bizkit, which definitely, that was more of my, like, what was it? Linkin Park was, like, a little too, you know, I don't want to say dark, because, like, I mean, come on here. But, Linkin Park was, you know, a little bit more edgy. Limp Bizkit, it always seemed like they were having fun when they were telling people to keep rolling. Linkin Park was like, I've become so numb, I can feel you there, you know, I forget what he says. I've become so tired, so much more aware, something like that. Whereas Fred Durst said, you know, I did it all for the nookie. They're still, they exist sort of in a similar musical genre. I don't even think we want stem cells. Like, we're trying to shed HP at this point. And I think most people would probably agree that, you know, Linkin Park has, like, an enduring legacy of some degree, even though I'm not, you know, really privy to it, whereas Limp Bizkit has faded away into obscurity and jokes. But at least as a child, I was like, I appreciate Fred Durst's fun-loving nature, and the fact that, you know, even though he came into this world as a reject looking to these eyes, he's still, you know, he's kept a smile on his face, like, the whole time. I really wish that he had not covered Behind Blue Eyes, though. That's just, like, a musical sin of an unforgivable nature. I mean, it's obviously forgivable. It's just a song in the end, but like it doesn't make him a bad person. It's just it's a misstep. But I guess, you know, even though I know I can't sing, if somebody was like, hey, do you want to cover Hey Jude for the Gothica soundtrack? I'd be like, I guess I gotta give it a shot, you know? It could be my big break. Could elevate me to superstardom. It could be my, you know, Chad Kroeger hero moment. Or not. That's the other alternative. Okay, deal with the devil, please. We didn't earn one on the last floor, so we should have burned off at least some of the penalty for the last deal with the devil, which was Guppy's collar anyway. Obviously, Guppy options are huge here, but I'll take, you know, any of a number of items, considering our HP is completely fine. Plus, we want to get back to empty vessel invincibility anyway, which requires us to be on exclusively not red hearts. I think you take experimental treatment now. Gets us closer to spun. Didn't give us HP. Oh my god. The one thing I'm going to complain about on this run is that deals with the devil have actually been bad. And they haven't been like, you know, not good. They've been bad. Started with, I forget what we started with. Them, you know, Krampus paying out with Lump of Coal, which normally is good but is bad, or at least not useful as Azazel the first time through. If we'd known Ludo was coming, we would have felt a little differently. You know, we get it to become Guppy's collar. Guppy's collar is effectively worthless right now unless we become Guppy. I guess I shouldn't complain too much. It's not like they've been poisonous. They've just been not amazing. Hermit card, you know, teleporting does nothing for us right now. I don't really care about a judgment, except I will probably blow up the judgment to give us a better deal with the devil chance, and then we can use the Joker card, ideally, on the cathedral. Or the chest, I guess, if we're lucky enough. Nah, you should use it on the cathedral. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I was thinking, like, where are we more likely to get red chests? And I think the answer is on the chest, because if we get the left hand, we're likely to take it for now and then drop it on the chest. But it probably just makes sense to use it whenever you get it. Like, if you get to the point where you're running the numbers on it, I don't think that's necessary. Surprised to not see Tinted Rock available. It's got to be the boss fight, right? What? You give me the second secret room and no boss fight. I didn't know such an indignity was actually possible. I have to admit, like, not to just be like the world's biggest downer right now, but I kind of find myself occasionally exhausted by Sackboy. Sexually speaking. No, but like seriously, sometimes I'm like, I don't want any more. We're good, okay? Like we have everything we need. We don't need any more items. And then it gives me more items and I go, thank you. And it can be really useful. I mean, Sackboy is what we have to thank for these cards, probably, but I didn't pay close enough attention to the origin point. But still, like, kind of like, I get it. You're good. Now just like fade away. You know, better to fade away than to burn out. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really given it much thought. We'll see what happens when Isaac hits episode 10,000. Grab 2 of these. And call me in the morning. Are we gonna fight Hush? Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If we become Guppy on this floor, I'll fight Hush. Apart from that, I don't think so. It's not that, like, we're underpowered relative to Hush. It's that I think that the fact that it's taken me longer than 4 seconds to kill Mom means that I don't really want to fight Hush. Although, a Joker card? 2 of diamonds. Gotta admit, it's actually kind of tempting now. Let's do it. Just don't blow it, okay? Like, I don't think we're gonna get... We could get Guppy's head down here, and then that would be worth it, but... I'm doing this... I want you to know, I'm not doing this because the Hush is fun. I'm doing this because I think we can get an extra stab at a Guppy item. Joker cards, please. Joker card. Oh, Dice Shard actually could be great here. Emperor card, also worth it. Okay, so they've given me like a discount for coming down here. We'll take Holy Mantle. And I was hoping for Small Rock, but that's fine. I think we take Mr. Boom here. And in here, these kind of suck, admittedly. But I think I'd rather reroll the items outside, because there's 2 of them. They're both passives, but I'd rather have a chance at like a Guppy's head or something. How did it work out? I think both of these are maybe better. We almost got, like, endless rerolls here. If only we could have a reroll engine, I suppose. Juicy Sack will take a small damage upgrade. Right, we don't want Tears downgrade. We get an extra floor of HP as a result of this as well. Death card isn't worth too much. Neither is the Hermit card, but Death card's worth, like, even less. And we've already gotten something from there. Yeah, I mean, it's turned out okay. Holy Mantle won't seem that useful until we get a little further on here. But, yeah, 99 bombs combined with Mr. Mega, combined with Mr. Boom, for that matter. Plus Skinny Odd Mushroom, plus Juicy Sack. There's some okay stuff as a result of this. And now the rest of the fight is just going to be kind of a snooze, but it is what it is. Make sure you're getting some bombs in there. Oh, 2 bombs is too many. We do have Battery Baby, so I would expect some extra charges as well. And with 95 bombs, we would be idiots if we didn't at least drop the occasional bomb in there. And they seem to be hitting. Battery Baby, thank you. Again, at least there's like some kind of a gimmick to this fight right now. I'm begging you here. Like, we get to fly around and feel cool while we drop bombs all over the place, but that's about it. Hey kids, there's nothing cool about dropping bombs. Drop it like it's hot instead of dropping bombs. That's my favorite piece of anti-war sentiment. Drop It Like It's Hot was actually, it was the original anti-war song. I heard that Bob Dylan, upon accepting the Nobel Prize for Literature, said that Drop It Like It's Hot is what originally inspired him to write The Times They Are A-Changin'. Come gather round, rappers, wherever you roam. Whether you call New York City or Long Beach your home, I would like you to please don't return to the loam. 'Cause Suge Knight is rapidly aging. Better move off Death Row Records if you can lend a hand, 'cause, okay, you know, that's a hip-hop version of The Times They Are A-Changin'. Just imagine, you know, a sepia-toned Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the background, and you've got yourself the next Zack Snyder opening credits montage. Please. I'm begging you. Look at this. He's losing like 2 HP per fucking century here. I'm just asking for the same respect that I give you. And that is the respect to know when you're beaten and accept it. No gimpy payouts. Real bummer. Real bummer. Either way, you done, son. If only it didn't take us 45 bombs to kill him. That would have been like a little nicer, but sure, okay. Problem solved. We could go buy a Spirit Heart. I'd say that is unnecessary. Instead, we'll move along. Use the Hermit card like immediately just to see if we get the world's luckiest roll. Well, not immediately. I mean, we don't have to use it on a room like that. It seems like we've hit a pseudo dead end. That might not be for the worst. What's my, like, ideal payout right now, by the way? I'd love to get a Joker card and become Guppy, but probably, like, more realistically, I would love to get Sad Bombs, which you'd always love to get Sad Bombs, but I would, like, really love to get Sad Bombs here, because I don't even know what these tiers would look like. I assume they would just be Brimstone, like, they wouldn't be concentric circles that release from the Sad Bomb, but still. It would be nice. It'd be nice to know, you know? Rotten Baby is just loving this run as well. It's got the easiest job in the world, just freaking show up. We're very unlikely to need that key. It's not a great excuse for not using it, but it's just like, it's gonna cost me precious bits of my life force that we all know is time. I'll tell you, okay, fine. Good point. If we need it, it's better to have it. Like, let's think back to that, you know, Blue Baby run we just had. Things got a little dicey on that one. Now that we have a bounty of consumables, we shouldn't take it for granted. minute now. We have to check. We got 2 guppy items. For a run to be this good without being this guppy is already nice. If we could finish the dream. The world is our burrito. We can still get a Joker card. Okay, we can still get a Justice card that gives us a Joker card. We didn't. And I probably should have used the world card on the chest, but I guess we can hold the devil. Or you'll probably use the devil against Isaac. Because of Sackboy, we're extremely likely to get, what is this? It doesn't do anything. But neither does Maggie's Faith at this point, so I guess we'll keep it in case we get weird-ass rerolls or something. Tear's a little too big for you, my man. Remember, we have Holy Mantle, so I actually can take a hit. So I'm gonna get in there with my orbital to speed up this process. We did take a hit and didn't take damage, so we've popped our Holy Mantle window, but still, this was a good idea, I think, just so we didn't have to deal with angel fetuses. And again, I mean, it's a strong run. There's absolutely no complaints that I'm gonna offer about this one. It is in our best interest to just say thank you, move on, roll a different character, and maybe actually get tested next time. Curse of the Blind. Slightly wonky. Bucket of Lard. Skinny Odd Mushroom. Pop-a-Fly. Rubber Cement. Well, unfortunately, we get nothing out of Rubber Cement. But we do get something out of Bucket of Lard, and that is 2 things, actually. A speed downgrade and an opportunity to make another Bob Dylan reference off the top of the dome piece. That would be something like, bucket of lard, bucket of shit, got to the chest, this is all I get. Bucket of speed downs in my chest. If I had brought a year of rune, baby, that might be for the best. I've been a train, I've been a wreck. I've had runs that were granola, akin to dreck. Dreck is a Yiddish word that means shit. If you ask me how I know that, I'm gonna have to plead the fifth. Northern Line, was that a reference to Buckets of Tears? The final track off Bob Dylan's 1975 album Blood on the Tracks, with an ad-libbed reference to a Will Smith lyric from his magnum opus, Miami? No, it wasn't. It was a reference to Buckets of Tears, the ultimate track on Bob Dylan's 1975 album Blood on the Tracks, with an ad-libbed reference to Will Smith's song Miami. But Will Smith's song Miami is not his magnum opus. His magnum opus is Wild Wild West. Sometimes I wonder that maybe the references I make are too niche. But then I remember, you know, we're all on the internet here. We've all read Pitchfork Media. We've all been raised on the same way, I suppose. Hopefully, you know, if it tickles the fanny of just one person out there, it was worth it in my mind. And if you haven't listened to Blood on the Tracks, dude, this is an incredible album, transformative, written after he was going through a divorce. It's incredibly emotional, you know. There's highs and lows. It's got some Bob Dylan classics and also some songs that are largely forgotten in his popular catalog, you know. I mean, it's got Tangled Up in Blue. Everyone knows Tangled Up in Blue. Buckets of Tears is probably up there. I think that's a well-known Bob Dylan song. I'm trying to think of what else it's got on there. You're a Big Girl. I think it's got that one. You know, that's the one that goes, you're a big girl, and don't try to hide it. This album's called Blood on the Tracks. He's a poor boy, empty as Azazel, empty as Azazel. You know, hey, 1986 Paul Simon's Graceland, also another classic album with Ladysmith Black Mombasa. I would recommend it if you haven't heard its polyrhythmic goodness. At this point, you can tell I'm devoid of like where to go on commentary here. Should have bought the map, bro. The virus spun. Hey, actually, we can still use that damage. I was complaining about not having damage. So getting damage, sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a great deal. More than you'll ever know. I don't care about the card. It was a moon card, right? Whatever. Who cares? This is a hell of a bomb there. I love when you're doing so much damage that an enemy comes in with like a WWE intro. It's like, wow, I'm the Forsaken. And then it just dies instantly. Clutch dodges. It doesn't matter. We've got a respawn, which is the most cruel, like, comedy that I can muster on this run right now. We got a possible respawn at least, but it's very unnecessary. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, new episodes of Isaac every day at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll see you next time.